think there's something a little bit just sick about the almost voyeurism of watching people's lives. Not that it's not entertaining, but most of the time it's not really reality. It's a set-up situation.
I generally hate them.
I don't think we need to fantasize and create artificial situations where people are duplicitous.
Yeah, I watched Survivor like the first or second season, but I really hate the whole fear factor, eat disgusting things. Like, I'm not into that at all. So, I like real life drama.
To watch people eat slimy, you know, garbage, brains and whatnot, you know, it's not really, I don't care to watch that much, no.
I think that they don't really provide any entertainment.
Sadly, I like Laguna Beach. I'm ashamed.
The only reality TV that I ever enjoyably watched was Survivor.
Yeah.
I'd have to say I usually find myself watching more of like the family-oriented shows you see on like MTV. Like I know there's like The Osbournes is one example. I usually watch stuff like that, or just anything along the lines of that. Not really the Survivor type show.
But the Joe Millionaire one was different with me.
Big fan of Wife Swap, and also I loved My Big Fat Obnoxious Fiancé when that was on. That was my favorite show, maybe ever.
But the wedding story and the dating story, and those I started watching in Michigan, and I would watch because I was home for like doing grad school work, and I'd be home at midday or whatever, and just turn on YouTube because I had nothing better to do.
Well, I'm a sucker for things like that, so I think it's pretty real, or I want to believe that it's real.
I don't know, something about the concept of him lying to people.
More of the ones where you kind of see the whole family, and the celebrity, and how they kind of interact with each other in that family-oriented situation. So.
And I know I find myself watching reality TV because you can't find anything else to watch. That's all that's on television now is reality TV.
I like to be disturbed by other people's behavior.
And I'm sure if I sat down and started watching one of them, I would get sucked in. But I refuse to do it. I can't waste that kind of brain power on mindless dribble.
It's playing to the gallery, so.
Like Trading Spaces, they showed you what goes on behind the scenes. They had a whole show that showed you what went on behind the scenes. Oh, they have a whole crew helping them out. Just from that, you'd have to assume that, especially with like The Apprentice, that's not reality. I mean, that's all edited and mocked up, and you're getting it for the effect where someone might raise an eyebrow for one reason, and it's not didn't have anything to do with what the person they're talking to just said. It was because they had an itchy eyebrow or something, and the reality would be that it's completely uncensored, uncut. You let it play out as it would play out.
I'm afraid that most of the time it just shows people in very embarrassing situations, half of which are probably contrived.
I'm guessing maybe about 60% of it was real.
It's a little bit of both,
Is it supposed to be scripted?
Well, I always understand it that the producers, in order to help generate a story, they will create situations.
I think, again, like Mike, that sometimes some reality TV is not really reality. I think that reality TV has come into play and taken over where sitcoms left off. I don't know, though reality is tough because they do edit everything, and so you don't really know what took place or what they cut, what they changed, and how they made someone appear. A lot of times afterwards people will say, well, you didn't see all the rest of it, especially on those bachelorette shows.
Usually I just find myself watching it, usually late at night or just when I have nothing better to do, usually.
Nah, probably not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of it is. I don't know.
The real world was the first reality shows, right?
Right.
So it was probably more real than now. Right. Even the first Survivor probably seemed more real than.
I think that reality shows are scripted because in reality, reality is pretty boring, and it would just be people sitting around doing nothing and talking about watching TV. So they have to script it in order to make it something that we're going to want to watch.
Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I think as real as their reality is, I mean, look at what their actual life is like. They live in these multi-million-dollar homes. They're never in school, apparently.
I'm sure there's lots of editing going on there too, but I mean, you can't really fake them going from Russia to Venezuela.
Like Amazing Race, like I always say, oh, I want to go on that show.
I haven't watched it. I think it may be a cut above the standard reality shows.
Not The Bachelor, Blind Date is a fantastic show.
I've actually never seen more than like maybe 2 minutes of those shows. They just don't appeal to me at all.
And they were looking for actors, not necessarily people who were in relationships. Actors.
Because I don't understand how you could make all of these different people. You'd get like probably 50 different people in the season, but still everybody was exactly the same.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about this. I mean, it's kind of weird that you're trying to pick out your love of your life by 15 people that have been supplied to you, and there's just a rawness of, I mean, they're pretty obvious that they don't intend to be with each other beyond a weekend. Well, I think there's a reason why they're on at 12 o'clock at night.
It just doesn't seem to make sense in terms of positive television. I can't find socially redeeming value.
It's not a good image to show to young people that are watching it, that you can just go out and have all this fun and no regrets about it. Not Extreme Makeover, that didn't really last. So some reality shows are a little bit too much.
Paris Hilton. If they're going to watch her at home, I'm disappointed because she has nothing to say.
I think the people who engage in those kinds of shows are wannabe personalities.
Takes away jobs from actors, who have studied.
I'd rather watch something that, it's based off of a celebrity and they make it into like a reality show.
Do you watch the celebrity stuff on VH1?
We have responsibilities we can't take off for months at a time.
I think the fame probably weighs more. I think more people are realistic that they might not. I mean, however much they think, oh, I have a really good shot at it, it's still, I have a good shot at it. It's not that, I'm going to win it all. I mean, of course, some people are going to think that, but I think most people have that at least subconscious realization that it might not work out, but I'm going to be on this show.
Actors performing in something that's supposed to be reality, and then real people performing in reality where they give them situations that they want them to act in. It's just, I don't know, I think it's kind of sick and twisted.
Oh, sure. Sure, why not? Whatever works to keep you on, keep the buzz, because they figure, well, maybe if I don't get this, I might get some offers. Somebody thought I was, act in a certain way that is perfect for this new sitcom that's going to come out on the WB.
I'm sure that they are as superficial as they appear on TV, but I'm sure they maybe overdo it a little bit for the camera.
I thought it would be fun to tell people I was a millionaire and see if they like me for it, and then afterwards tell them I'm not and see what happens.
I definitely think he puts on a big show for the camera. He even said so himself that he's willing to do anything to be in front of the camera, and he'll do whatever he has to do.
I think the audiences haven't changed as much. They've just been fed something new, and they can't get enough of it. But after a while, they're going to get fed up of it.
So I guess I don't feel they're the problem. The American public seems to be the problem with their sleazy tastes.
If you have any editing whatsoever, then it's obvious it can't be truly reality because we're not editing. I mean, Joe, you're going to edit what we're doing now. Right. If you left it completely uncut, then it's going to be complete reality, as if whoever's watching this is sitting right next to you.
So I guess it comes down to we have enough reality in our own lives. We don't need the kind of reality depicted through the supposed reality show.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, it is.
And the dating story and the
And the baby story. And
no, I don't want the baby story.
The baby story freaks me out.
The interview right now has been actually scripted.
Dan, shut up.
You wake up in the morning, rising to be crushed by the weight of the world falling down on you. Is the paper full of warnings, terrible tales, death and darkness closing in? Is there nothing you can do? And should the world go up in flames, baby? Don't